Hello, hello, hello. My name is Jenna. This is... And I am here 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week. And it is Tuesday, August 23rd. Tuesday, August 23rd. Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy. Thank you, William D. You're here. Let's see. Let me get this to go public. I can't edit any of it anymore. And I don't, it's a very loud, I'm editing the privacy and it's public. So anyone can watch it. But I can't say what it is, what I'm doing. What it is. Today, we are making, let me fix this so we can see what we're going to do. We're going to make a smoothie. I didn't move the blender because I just thought, why move the blender when I can show them and then blend it? Because then maybe you wouldn't believe that's what it is, but I think you will. So anyway, Patty already shared. Hey Patty, can you do me a favor? Let's do an experiment. Can you copy and paste this? Let's see if you can copy and paste. I'm going to post right here, right now, on my page, on my video. We're going to do an experiment. As soon as I can make it work. Select all and copy. Excuse me. And then we're going to go here and paste. Smoothie time. Smoothie time. Can you copy and paste what I just posted on your share? You know, see this, what I just, and yeah, like and love and care and laugh hysterically and wow. Hello, Lee Cooper. Woo! Woo! Hi, Lee. How are you? I don't have a frog in my throat, but I do want this. My chlorophyll. I haven't done it yet today. I just like it, especially after, you know, when you're on the road and you might eat something that you normally don't eat. This psychologically makes me feel better. Hey, whatever it takes, right? So not tonight, but tomorrow night, Pat Moriarty is going to be here. Pat, taking a break from being a dad. Oh, you were the dad of the year. All the cool stuff you guys did this summer. Wow. Just wow. Very cool. And another standing ovation for Mr. Lee Cooper. Because he also Venmo'd me. That's right. Hi, Mama Grace with the beautiful face. It's all here. Who is here? I can't even see numbers now. Am I allowed? Everything's just changing. It's not allowing you to copy. You can't go in and copy what I posted? Let me see if I can. No. I'm going to pin the comment. Maybe if I pin it, see what happens. We're always... Good morning. Hi. Bob Roden and I went to elementary school together. It's not coffee, but that would probably be a better idea for me. But I don't really drink coffee. But we're about to make a smoothie if you want to stick around. Let's see what happens if we walk over here like this. And move this like this. Hi, Bob. Did you play that game in college? Hi, Bob. Am I cut off? Hi, Bob was a Bob Newhart. Remember the show Bob Newhart? I really need to re-collage my... So I'm kind of mostly here. All right. We're making a smoothie. We're starting with pure water. Right. We're starting with water. I can come closer. Come closer. And then I'm going to put in... I put in a protein that's a pea protein. Because I don't like whey protein. And it doesn't have stevia in it. This is unflavored, no stevia. So it's not vanilla, it's not chocolate. You could put vanilla in, you can put chocolate in. But this way I can control the vanilla or the chocolate, or neither. It's vegan, made without dairy or soy. It has 22 grams of protein in it and 0 sugar, and it's gluten-free. Just like some shampoo I saw yesterday was gluten-free. Whatever. I mean, I'm happy that it's gluten-free. I just never liked the taste of coffee. Like when someone offers me coffee ice cream, I go, no. Then I have some kale and spinach. I blend it together. Ooh, wild spinach. And I'm going to dump that in. Dumping, 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 all of that. Because, it's just like when you cook spinach and it goes like that. I'm going to take a little, I love this stuff, Lakewood. This I will advertise. Lakewood Organic Pomegranate Juice Concentrate. Just a dab will do you. You can make, I think this makes some crazy amount. It's pure organic juice concentrate. Janelle Burdell. The protein powder is Garden of Life. In case you guys want to send me a case. Garden of Life, I love this stuff. Raw organic protein powder. And then I use almond milk, unsweetened. Or I make my own milk usually, but I was on the road, dude. So we'll put some almond milk in. Yeah. And then some wild blueberries. And I do just a hit of a Himalayan sea salt and a couple hits of cinnamon. And today I have a mango. And I don't have a knife. My knives are all... Oh, there's a knife. My good knives are downstairs because they are. And I'm going to cut this mango with this cute little knife. And I'm going to show you something I really think is cool about the mango. We'll see if it really works today. It may or may not. This is a good way. If it works, it's a good way to clean a mango, to make a mango work. And it's so pretty you don't want to really put it in a smoothie, but I am. You can peel a mango with a glass. I lived on Maui and lived in Mexico, so I learn all these tricks. So that's some mango for you. That's some mango for you. And then I'm just going to cut that up a little bit and have a little island flavor into the smoothie. I don't have any chia, but there's chia in the protein powder. But I like putting my extra chia in. I made a bunch of chia pudding the other day and it went a little crazy. I'm going to blend this. Blending. Sorry. I can mute. Here, I'll mute so you don't have to hear it. Mute. See, I'm really blending. See? So pretty. It's so pretty. pretty. There's my pretty glass. And we are all set to party. Party. Then we just move the kitchen back a little bit. And did you take your supplements yet? Did you take your medicine yet? Did you? Hi. Hi. Yeah. Oh, I can show you again. Are you still here? M is my sign off. Do you want to see it again? I do. Hey, Gary Lambert. Ah! Janelle, are you still here? If you're still here, I'll do a little bit more. Drinking coffee. Usually Patty comes on and just at least says hi. Okay, I'll show you again. So you take a mango, right? Here's the mango. Right? And you cut. You can only do it on two sides. Whatever your two bigger sides are. And you cut it. I mean, you can do whatever you can do. You know, you could do the thing where, I didn't do this one very well because I was trying to go fast. You can do it where you cut it, you know, and then open it that way. Or you can take a glass and scoop it out. Not as good of it. And then you can eat the rest of this one. I'm still drinking my mango and chlorophyll. Chlorophyll reminds me of Janelle. That's when I first started drinking chlorophyll. And then I have this one to drink. And then I have my hot water already, so it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but I like it. It's not work to me, it's what I like to do. It's a good one. Kale, spinach, almond milk, filtered water, wild blueberries, mango, protein powder. Did I say that? Protein powder. Just a dash of sea salt and some cinnamon. And pomegranate. Yeah. Good stuff. Yep. I mean, when I was totally raw, when I was like 80% raw, that's all you did is you talked about what you were going to eat that day because you were making stuff all day. You're like, okay, I'm going to go dehydrate the peas, and then I'm going to make the chia and cut up this, and the peas will be ready tomorrow night, but I have to make them now. And then you're like, it's a wonderful way to eat. I love eating raw. Then you're going to do the kale chips. I made kale chips, which is why I have extra kale. Kale chips, and those will be ready tomorrow night. So then you're always dreaming about what you're going to eat tomorrow night when you're making it in the morning. On Tuesday morning, you're making because you know you're going to eat it on Wednesday or Thursday. So in the meantime, you have to have food for all that other time. So it's a constant conversation about food, and it's fun when you're in that mode. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like when I'd go to Maui, when I'd go to Jamaica, that was a month of raw food. Craziness. We made everything out of coconut and peppers, and it is. And if you, it's kind of it's an interesting way to live. But if you can do a raw smoothie in the morning, a salad sometime in the day, and then integrate some more raw something into the evening, then, it's more than a lifestyle. It's a dedication to the planet. You know what I mean? Eat to live as opposed to living to eat. But it's good. And then it kind of helps balance the Pringles that maybe you inhaled over the weekend or whatever it is that you had. I was watching this guy today, and he goes, your adrenals are probably really zapped because maybe in the last 2 months you went to a birthday party and you ate the whole cake. And so everybody was responding to that like, the whole cake? Who eats the whole cake? But what did I have? I didn't have any cake at Dave's party. I had potatoes. I had really good potatoes and a really good salad. They had sweet potatoes and regular potatoes and steak and chicken and vegetables. But then they had cake, beautiful cake, like a tiramisu cake. And then we all went to breakfast the next day, hash browns. Had more potatoes. And then that afternoon I had French onion soup. That was really good. You did once. Ate a whole thing of Pringles? Oh, you ate a whole cake. And then went to Souders. Oh my goodness, Sandy Souders. She brought out, she knows I like cheese, and I haven't eaten cheese in a couple months, like really eaten cheese. She had about 9 different kinds of cheeses and 7 different kinds. Seriously. Crackers and wine and cherries. Dark cherries. And everybody's like eating a cherry, and I'm, bowl dumping. Do you like cherries? And her friend's like, not really. I'm cool. Sandy, she's like, I love cherries. She had about 5. Good morning. We were just talking about you. Dave, love everybody. So after the whole party with Dave and Ruth, then I over at Sandy's, and we had another party, and then she made salmon. And have you ever had the combination green beans and basil? I don't think I had. And it's my new jam. I love green beans and basil. So stayed at Sounders that night, watched the storm come in over Lake Erie, got up in the morning, went outside, did the lake show, and then, like, love. Check it out, everybody. The meta loves this. Like, heart, care, cracking up. Wow. I want to hear about the whole cake story, Michael. Anyone else ever eat a whole cake? The guy goes, you probably have eaten a whole cake. Eats a whole cake. Dave's cake was this beautiful cake. I did post it. And then we had breakfast, and then I walked, and then I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I was going to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on Sunday. I drove down there, and there were people everywhere. I mean, people. And finally I go, what's going on? They go, a football game? There was a football game happening, so there was nowhere to park. So I went back on Monday. Place was chill. Chill. Went in, masked up and did everything. And then went outside and met the nicest man who was in the Vietnam War, and he raises money for veterans. And we had a really long talk, and I think he's going to be on the show. And Then I met my friend Tom, and we went and walked around, and then I got in the car and drove home. And I went, Dave Love, you're so worth it. I would have driven to Texas for your birthday party, but I'm really happy that it was in Cleveland. So I'll say it again. Happy birthday, Dave. See, in my family, we celebrate for like a month. So there was that. Tomorrow, if you're on again, we'll wish you a happy birthday again. Tonight, maybe Gina. Let's see. Let's check it. Hey, my friend Jim Korn. Gina Melita. Oh, Gina Melita. Hey, can you do the show this sometime? Can you talk sometime? Time soon. Ooh, 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 ooh. Drink your smoothie, Jenna. I mean, it's not like a chocolate shake from the Dairy Corner because there's no chocolate in this, but I could have put chocolate in it. I have dark chocolate. Yeah! Go, Gracie, go! Gracie, go! You like, you love, you care, you crack up, and you wow! So tonight, maybe Gina, maybe not. Tomorrow morning, maybe we walk, maybe not. Tomorrow night, Pat Moriarty, get it? He's an artist. Pat Moriarty will be here. I baked a cake that looked like a landslide on a mountain, so I ate the whole thing to get rid of the evidence. Why did it look like a landslide? Was it the frosting that did that? Inquiring minds. I need to use my new cup. Where's my new cup? You want to see my new cup? I bought a cup. Dave said make a memory. So, let it be, let it be. I bought a new cup because I didn't want to buy a t-shirt because I have a new Telluride Jazz Festival t-shirt and I think I need to get a new Seahawks t-shirt this year. I want a long sleeve Seahawk. So I bought this Beatles cup. I was going to buy the Let It Be. I didn't cut the mounds to get the flowers. Didn't know about that. Oh, and it talks about the handmade printing on this mug was completed in our workshop. To avoid damaging the printed area, we suggest that you don't use the scratchy part of your sponge. No scratchy part. So I have this cup, and I had a really good time. I had a blast. It's so cool. The cool thing I love going in there is, you know, I'm into clothing. Everyone's clothing is in there. Everybody, like Mick Jagger wearing this on this tour in 1972. Robert Plant, you know, everybody. The Shirelles, Diana Ross, Bonnie Raitt. And then I bought a magnet. Wow, this camera's really blurry. The gift shop, I wanted to buy books. I was sitting there going, oh, I like that book, and I like that book, and I like that. They had these really cool, I saw this cool shirt I wanted. It was a John Lennon, whatever. I guess John had a shirt like it. $120. I went, I like my little magnet, and I love my cup. Because it wasn't that cool of a flannel shirt. But I have my eye on a couple of the books that I think I may end up getting because you can go online and do it and everything. But and then they have a thing. They have a thing where you can vote to get someone into the Hall of Fame. And my friend June Millington, who had a band called Fanny, back in the 60s, they were the first female rock group ever to get signed to a major label and make a full album. The make the full album is the important part, because there were other people that were signed, but they never made a full album. Fanny made a record. And Fanny has been, so then you can type it in, you sit there and go June, June Millington. They didn't recognize her. So I put her name in. I know, right, Janelle? Fanny was listed. So I put in Fanny, and it gave you the option that, Fanny was actually there where you could press the letter Fanny, or the button for Fanny. But June Millington, Jean Mataloni, and then I thought, why not? Jenna Mammina, and then I thought, why am I here? Dave Love. So your name has now been admitted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Dave Love. What else? Oh, The Wall is there from Pink Floyd. I didn't watch any movies. Sat outside, and then this really cool band was playing with a B3. That was the cool part. Just, there was live music. And there was live music inside. It was a blast. I bet, I did see one guy who bought just a ton of stuff. It wasn't Eric, though, because that was on Sunday. I didn't even know, the parking was way over there, and there were Hawks? Not Hawks, I'm kidding. What's the Cleveland football team? Oh, I can't think. With Dolly, exactly. I know, but she needs to be. But yeah, your name is now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Suggestions to be. But Janelle, I know, I was in Cleveland this weekend, and I thought, Janelle Burdell is so close. Yeah, the Cleveland Browns. She's so close. Why am I not seeing Janelle Burdell this weekend? It was all about Dave Love. It was the Dave Love weekend. So cool. His friends. I met his uncle. He was a blast. His girlfriend looks like Mary Steenburgen. Do you know who Mary Steenburgen is? I know. Well, I thought maybe, the Browns. The Browns were playing. And they had this whole Beatles thing. There were clothes were there from Sgt. Pepper. It was, I just loved to look at the clothes. There was, the last time I was there, Lady Gaga's Meet outfit was there. This time this other one had typewriter keys all over it. Carole King's funny little boots. All kinds of stuff. Why are you not seeing Jenna? Hey, Lynette, did you guys see the rock that Lynette painted? It's a lion. Wow. I need a Lillian rock. I need a Lillian and Mooney rock. They were both, Lillian and Mooney. Lillian is the reincarnate of the moon. But my goodness, you guys, Lynette is just so talented. Wow, Lynette. Wow. She is. Check it out. Go to Lynette's page and look at this lion that she painted. I mean, she's always painting something, but now she's into painting these. And they're not just your average rock. They have energy behind them, right? I love to support my friends. I bought some art on Friday and gifted it on Saturday. So much fun. So Janelle, why don't we just book a gig? Lynette is awesome. She's so awesome. Why don't we book a gig in Cleveland? Just do it. It's her story. It's so... And there's a book There's a Rockin' Women Who Rock book. It's pink. June's in it. Super cool. There's a story, and then it talks, and Anne's even mentioned in it. And I'm like, what? Jean and Anne mentioned Yo and her father. So cool. But yeah, they need to be, they were it. They were the reason why Joan Jett and every other rocker girl, oh, there was a Pat Benatar outfit. It was like this big. It was like this big. Pat Benatar. And Michael Jackson, bunch of Michael Jackson stuff, bunch of P-Funk and NWA, and it was the bomb. Which part? Wow. Oh, that they're written up in a book? Yeah. It's the story of them coming from the Philippines and ending up in Sacramento, and then being in, doesn't talk about Northern California IMA, but it talks about East Coast IMA. And then there's a painting. Each one, it's an illustration of June. Yeah. Yeah. So I did. Here, look at, you can see what I did. I took a photo. I was going to send it to Anne, and then I started driving. Thank you for voting for June Millington. That's what that says. Thank you for voting for June Millington. I want to see Fanny inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Are you ready? I told the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to induct Fanny. Fanny, you guys, if you don't know who Fanny is, Google him. Go to YouTube and go listen to Fanny. It's June Millington. She's been on the show. Millington Mataloni has not been on the show, but she talks. Anne's been on the show. Yeah, you know. I love them. They're my sisters. The what? What? You mean their movie? Oh, yeah. I was at the opening of, I was at the, I really want to, I want to wash this, but I know not to use the scratchy stuff. I'll use it tonight. I love this cup. I got exactly what I wanted. I said, if there's a cool book, and then I went cup. There's a cup. A cup and a magnet. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. The Fanny movie is called The Right to Rock. And what's so cool about that for me and for Janelle is I met them in 1988. And so it wasn't that long. I mean, it was a number of years since they were superstars. But I heard all these stories. I heard stories about Bowie, and I mean, you hear all these stories. Ladies on the stage. Janelle's a drummer. Janelle plays all this music with June and Jean. And when you hear the story, and then you see it in a film, and you're sitting next to June Millington and Toshi Regan watching the film, I was done. And it's thrilling and it's devastating at the same time, because they were as magnificent as any rock and roll band out there. And they were girls. And they were brown girls. So anyway, June needs to come back to the show. I know she's busy with Lady in the Amp, but yeah. And you're sitting there watching it going, I remember when June told me this. And then other people are saying, yeah, when June and Jean. And then there was a woman there, Janelle, that was in the original, before the Svelts, the girls were singing in junior high school. She was one of the singers, and she and June sang one of the songs. And then June said, I wonder why you didn't stay with the group? She goes, because you kicked me out. I couldn't do the dance moves. Something funny like that. But next time, I made it a point last time I was in the Bay Area. I drove up to Davis and I hung out with Jean for quite a while. And plan on doing it again soon. And I need to get to IMA. It's just been too long. It'll happen. I really want to drink my cup. So I haven't heard yet from, let's see. Yeah, girl! Jenna Mammina is on tonight. For those of you that do not know who Jenna Mammina is a fresh. I was going to say she's a French chef, but she's not French. But she went to the Cordon Bleu, and she's taught there, and she's done all this cool stuff. She will answer your questions about any vegetable. Like if you have a vegetable in your fridge and you go, yeah, I need to make something with that cabbage. Yeah, I need to make something with that kale besides kale chips and smoothies. What do? Tonight. Jenna Mammina will be right here. Tell your friends, 11:11 p.m. Eastern Time. Jenna Mammina, right here on 11:11 with Jenna. Sounds good? Reach out after 3 o'clock. Awesome. And if you have seen her, you know how much fun it is. So even if it's just my mom here right now, so psyched. Who is here? I can't even tell who's here. There's no number anymore. There used to be a number up in the corner to tell you how many people are there. Facebook, why are you doing this? Why are you forcing me to go to YouTube? Oh, Dave, if you're still here, I was singing 11:11 with Jenna on a YouTube, no, on an Instagram, a live Instagram. And then and my Instagrams go to, what's 7? What is 7? My Instagrams go to Facebook and my Facebooks go to Instagram. And it said it was unable to go on to Facebook due to the proprietary blah, 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 blah. What's 7? What did I miss? Oh, 7 people. Welcome to my brain. My sister had each one of these. She had the 8x10 in her wall. My sister had the coolest bedroom ever. The coolest. Well, mine was cooler after she moved out and we knocked the wall. That was the coolest bedroom ever. And I had a waterbed. I had a waterbed in high school. I liked it because it was warm. Now I'd like to have a freezer bed. I think that would be cool. You know, an ice pack bed. But even though I don't do the night sweats and stuff, I just like cool. I don't like hot. And my apartment is so hot, a frozen bed would be welcomed. Welcome to my... No. But anyway, my sister had a bedroom that when you walked in... Oh. Ooh. Wow. That sounds cool. Lisa's bedroom had beads, full-on multicolored beads. Yeah, we used to see the number on our phones though, Bill. And then this crazy geometric pattern on the wall with about 8 different colors. A strobe light, black light posters. My shag rug was pink. I think hers was yellow, gold. And we had a rake for our shag rug. Did you guys have a rake for your shag rug? Ours was this big yellow plastic rake. It was so awesome. And she had a white dresser that I used to go and look at stuff when she wasn't there. Oh, and she had a sliding glass door in her bedroom. A sliding glass door. So, I'll tell you a story. when she moved out, not right away, like a week or two later, my dad and I knocked the wall out and they made this big bedroom for me, and I had this gorgeous room. Oh, it's beautiful, with a sliding glass door. But I never snuck out. I wasn't that girl. I didn't want to sneak out because I thought, what if something happens when I sneak out? I was the last kid, which is why I got the big bedroom. But I just didn't want something bad to happen, so I never did. But one time, I didn't sneak out, but I knew that I was going to come home much later than usual. And when I would come home, I would open the door, and my dad had a reclining chair that you had to be thin enough to walk by the chess table and chairs and the reclining chair when you walked in from the door, right? That was a whole thing about when boys would come over and pick me up, and he would leave them out in the mudroom for an hour. Mom, my date's not coming. And then my mom would go in and go, Jenna's upset, Ben. Why? Because her date's not here. He's here. They're here. How do you know? They've been sitting out there for 45 minutes. Just waiting. So this particular time, and then their bedroom, then you had to go by their bedroom, right? To get to the other side where my bedroom was. So I was always, and they'd say, hello, Jenna. I'd be like, hi, I'm fine. Okay, night. Love you guys. Bye. Well, this one time I knew we were going to a party, and it was somewhere far away, an hour away or something, and Lori Flood was driving with her one eye. She can only see out of one eye, and she was our driver because she was 16, and we were all 15. And I shut the door, but I put the lock on, and I shut the door. So it wasn't completely closed, you dig? I mean, it was closed, but it wasn't locked and I snuck in the backyard. The pool was there. It was the coolest house, you guys. It was this duplex that my dad put a hallway in through and made it one big crazy house. So I'm like walking. And I walk by their sliding glass door bedroom. My parents had a beautiful bedroom with a garden outside. My dad built all this stuff. And Gracie on the garden. Zinnias and poinsettias and moss roses. And so I get to my sliding glass door, and there's a curtain right there. And I slide it open really quiet. And I reach to move the curtain, and as I'm doing that, I feel something. And it was my dad. Ben's just standing there, and he goes, do you think I don't know every trick in the book? Do you think? And I went, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. And I never did it again. I never snuck out. They knew where I was. Sometimes I'd tell them too much. Like, can you just lie a little bit? But if they didn't tell me, if I didn't tell them, then a cousin or an uncle, yeah, we saw Jenna last night in Kalamazoo. So I heard you were in Kalamazoo last night at a concert. No, I was at Saludo's. I was at the pizza place. No, you were in Kalamazoo because Uncle whoever and whoever saw you there all the time. It's getting thicker. So yeah, I just went, why is that? Why is the curtain feeling so man-like? It's my dad's chest. But he used to do really sweet things when I was really young. I was 9 years old, and I worked at a roller skating rink. Isn't that crazy? I worked at a roller skating rink. We picked up the trash. We did the snack bar, and we got to skate for free. Till 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday nights. I would be there from Friday night, 7 to midnight-ish. Friday night, Saturday night, 7 till 1 o'clock in the morning. And my dad would come, and you'd take your money and put the little dime into the, Dad, I'm ready to come home now. Oh, are you ready, Jenna? You're done working for the night? You're done vacuuming and scrubbing the bathroom? at 9, we got free candy. And so he would pick me up, and I'd say, "Were you?" "Oh yeah, I was waiting up for you. I was waking up waiting." He would have his clothing on, and I would see his pajamas sticking out underneath his clothing. He was always there for us. Always, always, always. Right, Papa Ben? All right, kids. I am going to go take something back to the UPS store now. So I'm imagining it's either going to be a really good time to go there, or because everybody's at lunch now, it's probably not the best time. But I need to reblend this for Grace. Drink the rest of it for me. Take your supplements, take your medicines, get some sunshine, get outside, walk around, walk around, walk around. And tonight you will see the debut of my new cup and Jenna Mammina. You too, Janelle Burdell. Have a great day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, far out, William D. Thank you. The interview with June Millington in New York City. Got to get her back on. So I guess the request was for M. M is for June Millington. Oh yeah, Jenna Mammina and Jenna Mammina too. Jenna Mammina and Jenna Mammina too. And June Millington and Jean Mataloni. Our sisters in song and harmony. Oh yes, I will see you later tonight. All right, oh yes, they also played with the Beatles, all right. Oh yes, so I sing to you today, Grace Mammina. I love you with the beautiful face, and I think about you all the time when I'm in another place. So all of you stay safe, stay healthy, and be real nice, and come on back here once or twice this week and share the show. Oh, oh, share the show. Yes, yes. And from your thoughts make them memorable ones. Like this weekend with Dave and Ruth Love. I made such a memory and beautiful friends. Oh my goodness, their children are so cool. And that baby over there, Liliana, oh my, she's a stunner, a real stunner. And from your words, make them meaningful words, meaningful words. And from your heart, a magnificent Millington, Mataloni, Mammina, Mammina, my goodness, kind of heart. Drum roll, please, Janelle Burdell. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Love hard. Really, really hard. And if you feel like donating to Jenna Mammina, a generous contribution of any kind, you know how to do it.